Win a brand new iPhone Pro Max 12 with these 4 easy steps. Step 1. Subscribe to IMG YouTube channel. Step 2. Click the notification bell. Step 3. Share one episode of Your Money Matters on Facebook and tag 3 friends using the hashtags #IMG Your Money Matters, #IamGreat iPhone 12 Pro Max giveaway, #IMG official channel. Step 4. Visit img-corp.net/iPhone 12 PMax and fill out the giveaway registration form. The lucky winners will be raffled during the live premiere of the last episode of Your Money Matters Season 3. Watch and share this with your family and friends now to get a chance to win. Good luck!
Your money matters. That's why we have this show. In this season, we've put together the best financial experts in the country to teach you all you need to know so you can grow your wealth, fulfill your dreams, and make an impact in the world. Hi everybody! Welcome to Your Money Matters! I'm your host, Risa Singson Kaupeng.
Build a second income. Don't rely on what you have right now.
Understand, recognize, accept that we need to upgrade our financial strategy.
If you're not adaptive and you're not flexible, then whether there's pandemic or not, you'll really have difficulty.
Prosperity begins in the mind before it goes to your pocket.
The intersection between passion, potential, and peso. If you can combine those 3 elements, I think you will be in the right track.
Join us every week as we learn and apply money strategies to prosper your life. New episodes stream every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Philippine time. Hello everybody! Welcome to Your Money Matters. I'm your host, Risa Singson Kaupeng, greeting you from Manila, Philippines. Kamusta kayo? Alam niyo dito medyo maulan-ulan na ang panahon at alam niyo, meron akong napansin sa garden ko. Ang bilis tumubo ng mga halaman, pati yung mga damo. You know, we recently planted some vegetable seeds and in a few days we already saw leaves sprouting. That's what we want to do for you in our show today. We want to help you plant your hard-earned money on good soil and in the right conditions so that it'll easily grow. That way, when the time comes, you can retire wealthy. So please do subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so that you get alerted whenever a new episode is aired. This episode will be a treat because we have our favorite panelists with us. We'll be learning from the Big Three kung tawagin sila sa International Marketing Group or IMG. Nandito si Joen de las Penas, si Noel Arandila, at si Bart Borja. And together, these 3 men have pioneered a global company that is disrupting the financial industry. Their goal is to have 30 million financially educated people by 2030. And because of their advocacy, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Filipinos are on their way to financial freedom. Handa na ba kayong maging kabilang ng dumadaming mga Pilipinong umaahon mula sa utang patungo sa maayos na buhay pampinansyal? Ay, sama na! Palagay mo, sa mga taong edukado, may regular na trabaho at gumagamit ng mga online financial services, ilan kaya sa kanila ang hindi pa rin mapang-abot ang kanilang sweldo? A. 10 out of 100. B. 50 out of 100. C. 65 out of 100. D. Wala. And the answer is C. 65% ng mga customers ng mga online financing services na edukado at may regular na sweldo ay kinakapos pa rin sa pera paminsan-minsan. Karamihan sa kanila ay sinasabing ito'y dahil sa kakulangan sa financial literacy. Welcome back to our show, and as promised, we have IMG's Big Three, Joen de las Penas, Noel Arandila, and Bart Borja. Hi bros! Kamusta na kayo? Miss ko na kayo every Saturday morning. How are you guys doing?
Hello, sister. How are you?
Hi, I'm well.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Sister Risa.
We're good.
Yes, and you're good. Okay, that's good to hear. All right. Okay, let me jump right into our discussion because I want to maximize our time with you. We're going on our second year of lockdown, well, towards the second year. And, in Europe and in the US, the economy is slowly opening up dahil siguro sa vaccine rollouts nila and, pabagsak yung number ng mga infections in those countries despite, new variants that are coming out. Sa inyo, anong basa ninyo dito sa ating bansa, dito sa Pilipinas? How do you see things playing out for us till the end of 2021 or maybe even moving to 2022? Joen?
Sister, that's a very good question. But honestly, I think it really matters on how we adapt fast, how we can become flexible. I always see that, of course, as we go towards the end of this year, as the vaccination comes in, the confidence of the people will become better, and we're also able to adapt better now. The new normal now, people starting to realize the right protocol, the safety, even the government already knows much better than before. So I see that everything's going to start to get better. In fact, this very moment, if you compare it for last year, we're much better right now. We're more prepared. There's so many things that we do right now, even in business. We're now able to do almost everything online. The Zoom before was something that you start to learn, but now everybody knows how to, do business over the Zoom. There's so many everything online. Even us as an IMG, our business grow in the year 2020. It growed. For 2021, as early as the first quarter, we're already doing much better than last year. So if you look at the trend, and I hope that the trend will continue, you will see that everything will start to open up. In fact, as what you said, in the US, almost everything starts to get back to normal. In Europe, it's also getting back to normal. So everything, but no matter what, at the end of the day, I forecast that towards the end of this year or early next year, you will have things not just normal, but people are more prepared. People are more ready. And what it means when they're more ready and they're more prepared, then they have more confidence. And the buying power will be more confident, and everybody will start to adapt. The restaurants will adapt. The malls will adapt. All businesses will adapt. And the only problem is for some people who still want to insist about the old normal, that's when the people cannot adapt. But so the key word, I guess, right now is the faster you adapt, the faster you become flexible. We should still be able to have the things that we want and learn everything that we like. I mean, just the school right now, everything's does online, and actually we reach more people. So with IMG's financial education, financial literacy, of course, our mission is 30M by 2030, but we believe because of the new normal, and we're able to educate more people online, I don't think we will reach by the year 2030. So it really depends on how you look at things, as what we talk about. We've always mentioned the silver lining. If you know how to look at the silver lining, what makes things grow, then definitely your business will grow. So if you ask me personally, what is my forecast? I think the trend keeps going up. So from where we are, it will continue to go up.
Wonderful. How about you, Noel? Anong basa mo sa situation?
Yeah, for the past months, or last year, talagang what we don't want, no? Sana hindi mangyari ulit the resurgence in COVID COVID-19 infections. Because of this, lead to recurring stricter lockdowns, and the result, worsening unemployment and poverty. More people will suffer. So I hope it will not happen. I think this year, as I can see, as you have said, US and Europe, we will have. I'm pretty sure the government is doing everything. We'll have an effective mass vaccination rollout, and this will result to reduction of COVID-19 infection. So yun ang nakikita ko, ano? Of course, they will boost the consumer and business confidence. So the economy will open. So people will grow out freely, and mga negosyo naman is talagang open na lahat. So for 2000, for the rest of this year, I think talagang makapag-recover na tayo. We hope and pray for the best.
Nice. Okay, napaka-hopeful ng outlook nyo. Ikaw naman, Bart, anong pag-asa ang mabibigay mo? Kasi parang, di ba, if you look around, everybody's like just, languishing and having a hard time. But I love hearing it from you, bros, kasi ang positive ng outlook nyo. Ikaw, Bart, what's your input?
Well, yung ngayon, sis, yung with slowly nakaka-adapt na yung mga kababayan natin sa sitwasyon, kung just imagine during yung peak ng pandemya, talagang nag-struggle, nahirapan ng pero people talagang lumaban, talagang naghanap ng paraan para mabuhay, para mag-survive. Pero right now nakaka-adapt na sila. So just think of this. Kung itong kahirapan na to ng pandemya nakayanan what more pag nawala na and vaccines are starting to roll out. So I'm very very optimistic sa talagang very positive outlook, hindi positive sa sa COVID, pero positive ang outlook na talagang maganda ang kalalabasan nito, especially pag fully vaccinated na lahat. And syempre sa mga programa pa ng gobyerno, talagang nakikita ko na pag nagbukas na yung mga restaurant, nagbukas na yung mga business establishments, talagang magaganda ekonomiya natin. And come to think of it, kung tatanungin natin yung mga ibang mentors sa investments, talagang sinasabi nila 2020, 2021 our economy is still very strong sa international situation. Talagang lumalaban pa rin ang natin, ekonomiya natin. Kung makikita nyo na lang sa sa conversion natin ng peso against dollar, talagang lumalaban pa rin ang peso. Pero kung titingnan natin, maganda ang nito sa what more pag nawala na, okay na, normal na, wala na, tapos na ang pandemya at balik na sa normal, talagang maganda ang nito, ang mga years to come sa atin.
Wonderful. So it's really a good time to be, getting your ducks in a row, kumbaga, financially. You're talking about IMG doing so much better, doing better this year compared to last, obviously. But how about yung mga, personal finance? Like yung mga, anong tingin nyo na pinakamalalaking biggest hindrance ngayon or problems that Filipinos face when it comes to their money?
Well, I think the biggest hindrance talaga, whether there's a pandemic or not, is always, do you have enough savings? Diba? Are you ready for the difficulty? And that is our advocacy have always been, make sure you have an emergency fund. This pandemic actually is a very good learning lesson to all of us, that which we have been talking about. Parang parang Noah's Ark, no? Na we've been talking about creating an emergency fund, creating a good financial foundation. And yun nga, there's a saying, no? How do you really know if your financial foundation is stable? You'll only know when your financial foundation is stable when it goes through earthquakes, it goes through typhoon, and the financial situation still stands. No? And I think it has proven that for the people na merong emergency fund, definitely it has proven that they can move on and they can continue. And of course, aside from that, even during pandemic, as long as you're very flexible, you're open-minded, you're able to adapt to the new normal. I've seen so many people become very successful during this time. Of course, some people will say, Joen, how come you're so positive? No, it's not about being positive, but it's really about trying to learn how to be adaptive and be flexible. If you're not adaptive and you're not flexible, then whether there's pandemic or not, you'll really have difficulty. There were so many companies many years back that basically were not successful because they were not adapted to the new normal. You know, when there was a time that everybody was just doing text messaging, nowadays, hindi na uso ang text. It's all about the Viber, the WhatsApp, how you market it. So there's really so much. But were there a lot of companies that grow? Yes. Well, you keep looking at a lot of people that lost money, you can see that there's also a lot of people that made money. And so if you're really going to look at it, what made them become successful, it's about being flexible. It's about being able to adapt to the change right away. So emergency fund, it's something that you need to keep doing, whether it is pandemic or not, because that's really the most important thing is stick to the most basic, which is the financial foundation. And so I guess the message that we want to give to everyone is that as long as you're prepared, you have nothing to fear, and I think that preparation is very, very important towards your future. No one's plan to fail, but they fail to make a plan. So maraming tao, you don't plan to fail, but at the end of the day, you fail to make a plan. You fail to make a goal, and that's the reason why a lot of people struggle. And so during this time, this is something wherein it's a learning curve for us. A lot of us listening right now who probably suffered, who probably have difficulty, you should have hope. At the end of the day, all you really have to do is change your saving habits, change the things that you do, and make sure you get the right financial education, because problems, sister, will always happen. There will always problems. If it's not pandemic, there will be other problems all the time. So always anticipate that there will be challenges in life. But because when you anticipate the challenge in life, then you'll also be able to anticipate what you need to do ahead of time. So I guess one of the advices that we can talk to our listener right now is that it's just that the most important part is preparation. And you need to have the right education. You need to have the right guidance, because if you have that, you will not, you might feel some difficulty on the start of any challenge, but you'll always be able to move forward if you have the right preparation.
Yeah, that's so true. This crisis really, showed us the weaknesses of our, not just in our finances, but in different areas of our lives, the weaknesses in our business, the weaknesses in our lifestyle even, no? Pero very apparent talaga yung financial part, because obviously, tama lahat no? Noel, I know you have a lot of, ideas when it comes to, the hindrances that Filipinos face when it comes to their money. Anong tingin mo ang pinakamalaking naging problema ng mga Pinoy, lalo na nito, yung talagang na-highlight dahil dito sa pandemic na to?
Actually, tama si Joen Talagang people need to know how to adapt with so many changes. The world changed so fast. So, kaya sinasabi natin palagi, changing world requires a changing solution. So, let's try to take a look with some of the changes in our financial culture. Number one, sa savings. So, nakita naman natin talagang most of the savings facility talagang fail to outpace inflation. Like savings interest right now is less than 1% per year. And look at the inflation for the past 2 months. It's more than 4.5%. So talagang malaking challenge yan, malaking hindrance yan. So inflation is 4%, savings is 1%. So how can your money grow at negative interest? More than negative 3%. And as you can see, talagang skyrocketing cost of living, prices of commodities increase so fast. The the prices of commodities increase faster than your salary increase. So many people have difficulty in providing the needs for their family, and of course, they can hardly save money for their future needs. And another challenge ngayon, another problem, talagang there's so many things people want to buy. So maraming panggastusan. Gadgets, iPhone, iPad, Switch, PXP, Xbox, Wii, Deck, talagang maraming mga malls. Dati walang mall, di ba? Coffee shop, Netflix. So dati wala yan kasi Siatong, Taguan, Luksong Tinik, Tumbalata, Tianggit, Kapibalitan, Sini sa Plaza, walang mga mall. Kaya talagang simple life lang dati. So happy life. So ngayon, very complicated. Talagang maraming paggastusan, kahit gaano karaming pera, malaki yung income, without proper financial discipline and financial information, talagang kukulangin yan. So ngayon, pandemic, talagang napakalaking challenge, pandemic. So talagang maraming nawalan ng trabaho, maraming nawalan ng negosyo. So yan ang mga problems, mga challenges, challenges na kinakaharap ng mga tao. That is why all the time, mamaya i-discuss natin that we need to upgrade our financial strategy, and we have to have a strategy adaptable to change. And even pandemic, that strategy can withstand this kind of challenge and any kind of challenge na darating sa atin.
Noel, you mentioned na parang nung araw, napakasimple ng buhay. In a way, I kind of like to see na parang medyo nag-reset yung buhay natin, no, Bart? Yung parang medyo bumalik sa, kasi ngayon, kahit na gusto mo mag-mall, di ka naman pwede pumunta ng mall, di ba? Parang medyo bumalik yung buhay natin sa mas simple. So, anong nakikita mong opportunities dito, Bart, na, with all the problems na hinaharap ng mga Pinoy dati, especially before the pandemic, no? Parang may mga opportunities rin gaya nga ng nasabi ni Noel, no? And Joen, yung crisis presents opportunities. And the same problems that we had before are probably opportunities now with regard to our finances.
Oh, totoo yan, sis. Actually, gaya nga na sabi ni Joen, it's a matter of adapting to your environment. Talagang kasi nandiyan na yan Ano kung magmumukmuka na lang ba at hindi mo natatanggal, parang give up ka na, hindi kung sa ating mga Pilipino, natin yung tawag din, yung jack of all trades na talagang hahanap ng paraan para mag-survive. And nung pandemic, talagang ang daming naglabasan, yung maraming yung nagtitinda ng mga pagkain or whatever, talagang people will really adapt to kung ano yung sitwasyon, kasi andyan na yan pero ang maganda lang dito, talagang pag nalampasan mo ito, talagang matibay ka. And I guess ito yung ito yung isang pagsubok na pag nalampasan mo, talagang madali na yung mga pagkatapos ng pandemya, madali na lang ang pera, madali nang kitain yon. But etong nangyari sa atin, talagang tinuturo namin sa IMG, yung una is yung mga phases of money. Una, mag-save ka, then palakihin mo, then protectionan mo. Talagang apektado yung pagtabi mo. Talagang nagalaw yon, yung kung wala kang emergency fund, talagang mahihirapan ka. And yung mga naitabi mo or mga naipunda mo, baka maibebenta mo ito. Pero yun ang natin, yun ang kailangan lang. Pag nalampasan naman natin yan, mas maginhawa naman yan. And I guess yung pandemya na to, hindi naman talaga hindi naman ngayon, baka hindi matatapos ang taon, tapos na ito. So mas maginhawa ng natin dito. Yung nung araw, yes, simple ang buhay, nabanggit nga ni Noel, yung mga laro natin sa labas, napaka lang, walang gastos. I guess yung sabi mo, na-reset yung buhay, tama yun. Pero lang natin, kailangan lang natin siguro yung simpleng pamumuhay, bumalik tayo sa yung value ng pera. Siguro over the years, nung sobrang bilis ng technology, nalimutan natin na masyado nang naging nalimutan natin yung ginagawa natin, yung simpleng buhay dati. Siguro, I guess, it taught us a lesson na talagang i-value natin what we have before. Hanggang ngayon, dapat hindi nawawala yun. And yung ano natin, talagang, yung pagdating sa pera, talagang importante yung may naitatabi ka, hindi yung sasabay ka sa whatever na technology or ano dyan. Yes, it's not, wala nang mali kung magkakaroon ka ng mga gadget na ganyan, pero tingnan mo rin yung kakayanan mo at syempre iba pa rin yung pa-prioritize mo yung savings mo.
Okay. Nako, umiinit ang ating usapan. But we're just gonna break for a commercial and then we'll be back with the big three at marami pa tayong pag-uusapan at matututunan tungkol sa ating kaperahan. Sa pagbabalik po ng Your Money Matters.
Makalaya sa utang.
Sa usaping pinansyal, magkaroon ng sapat na kaalaman.
Matutong mag-ipon.
Ang pinagpaguran.
Hindi masasayang.
Hindi mababaliwala.
Kahalagahan ng kinikita.
Para sa sarili.
Para sa pamilya.
Para sa mga mahal natin sa buhay.
Ako. Kami.
Tayo.
Bahagi ako.
Join ako. Kaya nating abutin ang 30 million Filipinos financially educated by the year 2030. Hashtag 30M 2030. Corina Sanchez Rojas, kasama ninyo sa isang makabuluhang misyon.
Someday, you will get older. Slower, grayer, but also wiser, calmer, and freer than ever. At Kaiser, we help you prepare for those years ahead, so you can keep doing what you love with the people that matter the most. Prepare for your future today. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare.
Nagbabalik po tayo sa Your Money Matters at kasama pa rin po natin ang Big Three. Okay, Joen, I want to ask you, most of the financial companies out there sell products and investment vehicles, but what makes IMG a disruptor is that you focus on financial education and you give it for free. So, bakit yun ang naisip niyong gawing focus? Hindi ba mas madaling magbenta na lang ng mutual funds or, ng insurance and all these things? But why did you make financial education the focus of IMG?
I think it's really about the mission of what we do. No, I think financial education always will come first before product will come in. Because if a person who buys the product doesn't understand what they're buying, at the end of the day, they will just technically will not value what they bought. And that's probably the sad part in the financial industry. Sometimes most people will just get a product simply because a friend of them asked them to buy, but they don't really understand. Of course, the new industry, the one that we're trying to come in, that's why we're talking about, Sister Risa, about the new industry. We believe that the new industry are more educated. We believe that the new industry is someone, these are the people that are now financially literate. And when they buy a product, they buy it because they know what the product's all about. And I think that brings us to our campaign. Our campaign, and for our listeners, a lot of them would say it's a bold move. But I think it's not yet bold. We're just thinking about 30 million families to be helped or to be financially educated by the year 2030. And as what I said, because of the new technology nowadays, which by the time we now realized it's a silver lining because now we believe that the financial education or financial literacy to a lot of Filipino people will not just be for will not take us by year 2030. I think we will be able to achieve it much earlier. So what does it mean? Of course, when a person is more financially educated, they value more how they save and also how they spend. You know, long time ago, when you spend a particular amount, let's just say, yun nga sinabi ni Noel, may mga sale, basta ka na lang bumibili. Nowadays, when you spend, you now think, if I don't spend, in how many years, this money will already be hundreds of thousands of pesos. So a mere understanding of what we call compound interest, which is part of our financial education, will make a person now understand how to budget their money and how to save exactly for their future. You know, they need to talk about retirement. I guess the question is, can financial freedom be achieved? And a lot of people think that it's very difficult. But the truth of the matter is, it's not difficult. It takes time. And it takes financial education, financial literacy. So our approach basically is that as long as we educate you, and then you will make the right decision. And that I will be proud. So later on in the future, people will be proud because it's not that they just own the product. They understand what they own. And at the same time, they can also be part of our mission. You know, it's very sad when you are successful, you're financially free, and then your neighbor was not financially free because you didn't give them the right financial education. So the main mission really is, our main product is actually financial education. And those other products that you will, how shall I say, that you will, let's say, purchase is what we call just the byproduct. It's not the main product. The main product is financial literacy. Eh may kasabihan nga, di ba, na if you don't know a particular thing, if you don't ask questions, you'll be ignorant for the rest of your life. But if you ask questions, you'll only be ignorant for 1 minute. So mamimili ka. Would you like to be ignorant for the rest of your life, or would you only want to be ignorant for 1 minute? And that's what we're trying to do. Financial literacy, financial advocacy is actually not difficult, not hard. But a lot of people doesn't spend time into understanding. So that's the reason why we believe that while other companies out there are too much focused on sales, but lack of understanding, while our main vision is that we want to financially educate you so that when you're financially educated, you just tell us what you want. So rather than force someone, so we don't want to sell. We just want to educate, because a right person, an educated person, will be able to make the right decision. So I guess the question that why are we doing education? I think it's because most of everyone is not doing it. And that's why we want to disrupt the whole industry and say, hey, you know what? It's about time. We really need to educate. You don't just say that you created financial freedom, but you actually, aside from creating it, you need to educate, because education is something that will last forever. You know, and education is something that can never be stolen from you. Hindi mananakaw ang education eh. So it's very, very important. And I think that if we have a very good foundation, our country will have a very good foundation in financial foundation. I think in the future, we could be, and people will probably say, well, you're so ambitious, but no. If the whole country will be financially educated, we can be a very, very wealthy country, you know? And that's the reason why I think we can just have to unify and help everybody. And our campaign, you know, rather than campaign for other things, why don't we join together, you know, and campaign for something like financial literacy to everyone. When we talk about everyone, it's not about only the wealthy or only the poor. Let's talk about everyone. Let's not prejudice anybody. Let's educate everyone and let the person decide if he needs it more or he doesn't. So financial education actually for me is financial freedom.
That's so wonderful, you know, because I was reading something today, and yung mga tao na already in financial platforms, doing online financial services, mga aralito, mga college graduates and professionals, and yet only 65% of them daw really understand how money works. Noel, is that one of the things that you set out to do in IMG, na madalhan ng financial education yung mga OFWs?
Yeah. Talagang we focus on financial education. Balikan ko muna before that, Sister Trace, balikan ko muna bakit madali namang magbinda, bakit education muna. Very interesting topic. Talagang tama ka. It's really easy to sell financial products, like what we have in IMG. We have very superior, powerful financial products. Madaling ibenta talaga. But owning these products without understanding is useless, no? So we need several products to build strong financial future, not just insurance, not just investment, not just healthcare. And buying financial products with purpose, no? We want people to understand these things before buying these products. So people need to build. We want people to build a strong financial future by building a solid financial foundation. Of course, let's start with investment. It's very important to reach your financial goals. But we need to protect our investment with emergency fund to avoid the put and take. Kasi your investment cannot compound with put and take. So dapat yung take nasa emergency fund. Your investment will compound, no? Talagang put and put ka muna. At saka emergency fund to avoid debt. Kasi like for example ngayon, may pandemic, talagang emergency to. Wala kang investment, nagkaroon ng emergency, so talaga malubog sa utang kasi ang interest ng utang super matataas, di ba? And we need to manage our debt kasi yun nga, sobrang mataas ang interest with high interest rate debt. It will make your investment and income useless. And of course, we also need to properly protect our family, our children with life insurance in case something will happen to us before we reach our dreams for them. So when it comes to life insurance, we need to understand how insurance works and being priced, because the cost of life insurance is being charged to us. Why not buy pure insurance, yung lower cost insurance, so with small amount with higher coverage, may pang-invest ka pa. And of course, we need adequate healthcare to protect your investment. And of course, yourself, pag nagkasakit ka, kailangan may papanggamot, di ba? So that's what we do. People need the total financial solution. That is why we need education first. So yung tanong mo sa OFW, yun talaga, no? Not just in the Philippines, but especially for OFWs, kasi talagang sinasabi natin na heroes ang OFW kasi napakalaki ng remittance. Yun ang talagang nakakatulong to improve our economy. So mga OFW talagang kumikita, nagpapadala ng pera sa mga anak nila. Pagkatapos yung anak nila, pag hindi siya educated, baka wawaldasin lang. At saka yun, talagang that's our program for OFW. We want to help all OFWs all over the world, to prepare them good life, no, after working abroad. That's why we have program for Hong Kong, life after Hong Kong. Pagbalik nila sa Pilipinas, dapat hindi sila mahirap. Life after Israel, life after Middle East, life after United Arab Emirates, life after Singapore, life after Europe, life after Brunei. Lahat na kahit saan ka man na Filipino, there's life, no? There's life after you work abroad, because you have to have a plan to be back home together with your family, your children. Huwag niyong patagalin. Do it very, very soon. And do not go back home poor. Dapat rich. Dapat marami kang pera. So that's our program, Life After Your Work Abroad. So you cannot work there forever, di ba? And another thing, you cannot work there abroad forever. Your children miss you so much. Talagang sobrang tagal na. So you have to be reunited with your family. Your family, your children need you. So we give you the best opportunity to make it happen. And also, we want also, we are educating the families of OFWs in the Philippines. We want, sinabi mo kanina, mga perang pinapadala, naghihirap ang mga OFW. Pagdating dito, talagang binawaldas lang. Kawawa yung mga OFW, pag uwi nila, talagang walang pera. So we educate also families of OFWs in the Philippines to manage well the money na pinapadala ng parents nila from abroad. So talagang malaking sakripisyo to na kumita yung mga parents nila para papadala sa kanila. Malaking sakripisyo aside sa malayo sa pamilya, talagang minsan hindi nakachimpo ng mabahit na amo, talagang napakahirap. So that's why that's our we do also massive financial education to families of OFWs in the Philippines. So the families of OFWs in the Philippines, they need to cooperate if they want their parents to be back to them, together with them very soon.
Yeah, that's really such a holistic solution, no? Kasi hindi lamang yung OFW na nasa abroad, kundi pati yung pamilyang nandito. Kasi Bart, especially when people go abroad, yung mga OFs, we know their plight. I know because my dad was, he was practically an OF because he was an expat, no? You work so hard, tapos yung pera mo na iuwi, parang sayang lang, no? Kung yung trinabaho mong taon-taon, in the few years rin na umuwi ka, ganun din ubos rin. So, what's the message that you want to give to our kababayans abroad with this financial education campaign that you're doing?
Actually, sis, halos lahat na nakakausap namin na kababayan natin sa ibang bansa, talagang isa lang ang reklamo. Ang maririnig nyo lang sa kanila na malalaki nga ang sweldo pero walang naitabing pera, kundi puro utang ang naitabi. So, kung titingnan mo, marami nga ako nakakakwentuhan, 18 years, 20 years, or 30 years pa nagtrabaho. Pero pag tinanong ko, magkano na itabi mo? Naku, wala, utang lang. So talagang nung sa campaign namin, talagang tinuruan namin sila mag-save. Hindi lang kami puro salita o pagtuturo ng pagsasave. We make sure from day one, they join IMG, talagang doon na namin gag-guide sila pati sa kung paano nila itatabi yung pera nila at kung saan nila itatabi ang pera nila. So, at the same time, yung mga pinapadala nila na pera sa Pilipinas, talagang tuturuan din namin not only how to save but how to do some business para may extra income sila. So lahat hindi lang yung mga nagtatrabaho, kundi yung mga pamilya rin nila dito sa Pilipinas, binibigyan namin ng ganong aside from educating them, talagang pinapakita namin yung talagang importante ang pagtatabi nila ng pera at kailangan umpisahan nila ang pagtabi ng pera. And talagang ang nabanggit ni Noel kanina, there's life after their work sa iba kung saang bansa man sila. Talagang we make sure na hindi ang pagtrabaho sa ibang bansa, yes, solusyon yun, pero hindi yun yung panghabang buhay mong gagawin. Kahit sino naman gustong umuwi rin sa Pilipinas, gustong umuwi pagka-retire nila, makasama ang pamilya. So from doon pa lang tinuturuan namin, bukod sa kumikita yung pera nila, tinuturuan namin yung making money work for them, tinuturuan namin kung paano mag-open up ng negosyo sa IMG. So those are the things that talagang we make sure na talagang yung future nila secured na kagad. And hindi lang salita, talagang sinisiguro namin mag-o-open sila ng mga savings plan nila na talagang in a way na masisecure nila not only themselves tsaka yung family nila. And alam nyo, talagang ang OFW, ang lalaki ng sweldo, pero pag hindi lang talaga na properly na educate pagdating sa pera, talagang walang mangyayari, waldas lang lahat yon. So talagang ang importante lang talaga matutunan ang pag-handle ng pera. And alam nyo, ang problema, padala ng pera sa Pilipinas, pero walang natitira sa kanila. masakit man sabihin, pero pag wala na rin naman silang pera, hindi ko lang alam at hindi ako sigurado kung yung pinadadalhan nila aalagaan pa sila. So I suggest talagang madalas namin sinasabi kahit sa mga kababayan natin OFW na unahin nila ang sarili nila kasi pagdating ng panahon na retired na sila at pagdating ng panahon na hindi na nila kaya magtrabaho at hindi na sila kumikita, kakampi na lang nila ang pera nila. And yung isang masakit na katotohanan yon, pero maiiwasan yon kung talagang matututunan natin ang pag-handle ng pera.
It's wonderful because you educate and then there are concrete steps na kailangan lang nila i-take, no? Kasi sometimes yung gap na hindi natatawid ng mga tao yung alam mo pero hindi mo naman alam kung paano i-apply para you have to get from A to B pero hindi mo alam kung paano pumunta doon. But IMG already has a system, it has program. So that's what's wonderful about your program. Okay, one more question before we break. If this is the first time that I'm hearing all these things that you're saying, and I realize I have to learn how to handle my money, how do I start making a financial plan?
Well, sister, the first step talaga is we talk about this is we have what you call financial checkup. No, you have to be humble enough to what you call the seek an understanding. So before the cure, diba, you have to check out the symptoms. So you need what we call a financial checkup. May kasabihan pa nga, diba, na a lot of people get medical checkup but they forgot financial checkup. No, so pero mas maraming daw may sakit sa bulsa kaysa may sakit sa katawan. So if that is true, then if you understand medical checkup, then it's also understood that kailangan mo ng financial checkup. And that's what most people go to IMG. They go to IMG, they want to learn. That's what we talk also about the new industry. The new industry is different from the old industry. The old industry did not want to understand how to save properly. The old industry did not care whether they have enough savings or not. But the new industry is different. The new industry now, even the young ones, they're very concerned how to save properly. They're very concerned that they will have the right retirement. They're very concerned that they have the right health care. So with that in mind, that is where the advocacy comes in IMG. No, our campaign, and let me go back to that campaign. It's a financial education, the financial literacy campaign, the one at my back. It's educating people. But then, if we educate you, we know what we cannot do it alone. So a key factor right now is we help people educate so that they can also educate other people. So that's the most important part, is that when you have the right education, and education, financial education is not difficult. So the old industry before, they want it to make it difficult so that only sila lang ang pwede. But nowadays, we want it to be very easy so that anybody who wants to be part of the campaign can help on the campaign. So I think that's the message I want to talk to our listeners right now, that there is hope, and if you want to be educated, you can get educated, and if you have the right education, and if you want to join our campaign, then we can teach you how to also educate other people, because the most important thing is we help each other, we collaborate each other, and so that we can become successful together.
Okay, Noel, if I want to start a financial plan, how do I do it?
Yeah, nice question. First, understand, recognize, accept that we need to upgrade our financial strategy. Kasi yun nga, a changing world requires changing solutions. So, para ma-relate natin, kasi marami ng change, di ba? Like for example, sa typewriter. So, talagang solution of a fast-changing world is computer. Dati film, ngayon digital. Dati mailing, ngayon email, internet. Dati, sikat ka na pag Coke, Pepsi, Royal, 7-Up, sikat ka na. Ngayon, Starbucks, milk tea na, di ba? Talaga may mga change, Kaya, tinitingnan ko ngayon, yung mga estudyante, talagang wala pang kita pero pa Starbucks pa milk tea na. Naalala ko noon sa panahon namin, para maka-royal lang kailangan lalagnatin ka. So talagang may change, ano? Kaya dati pag may degree ka, sigurado you're well off. Ngayon kahit maraming degree, may trabaho, nagsisave naman. Why in that? Kasi nga everything is changing around except our financial strategy. So dapat yun ang i-accept natin. Number one, we have to change our financial strategy. Kaya tinitingnan natin, before one source of income was enough. Ngayon, hindi na, di ba? Talagang kailangan ka na ng second source of income. Dati, ang OFW, siguradong mayayaman. Ngayon, hindi na tayo sure kung mayaman ba. Before, a parent could raise 12 children. Today, the 12 children cannot raise the parent. So meaning, the financial solutions na passed on to us by our grandparents, by our parents, are not applicable today. So we need to change, no? Kaya another change, a big change today na kailangan nating i-copy, adapt is the pandemic. So we have a strategy actually, no, na talagang adaptable to any kind of situation, any change, no? Kaya the financial strategy we have talagang proven na dumaan ng crisis, dumaan ng ibang crisis, it's crisis proof, and ngayon proven it's pandemic proof. Build a solid financial foundation. So talagang yun, start a strategy, because that's the first step of building a strong financial future is your strategy. Imagine building a house without a strategy, without a plan. So that is why number one reason para sa akin, when you start adapting with a financial plan is recognize that we need to upgrade our financial strategy.
Okay, getting from A to B and updating our financial strategy. Bart, anong matuturo mo sa mga gustong mag-umpisa ng kanilang financial plan?
Well, unang-una, you have to have the end in mind, and kung ano gusto mo sa future, kung ano gusto mong, magkano gusto mo magkaroon. Kailangan sa umpisa, i-assess mo muna kung ano meron ka, and ano ang mga possible na mga pwedeng pumasok na pera. So from there, you can really mag-start ka na ng savings mo. Then alam nyo, minsan ang madalas ko naririnig, kulang pa itong tinatanggap ko at hihintayin ko na lang ma-increasean ako. So kung hintayin mo pa yun, wala mangyayari. Talagang you really have to provide sa savings mo. Hindi pa pwedeng maraming gastos ngayon, next month na ako magtatabi. Alam mo, talagang umpisahan mo ngayon. Kaya i-review mo yung expenses mo. Ang dami mong pwedeng i-cut na minsan kala mo yung ginagastos mo talagang necessary. Hindi. Pag inisa-isa mo yung gastos mo, talagang makikita mo marami kang pwedeng ways na maitabi yung pera mo. So from there, pag alam mo na yung sitwasyon mo, alam mo yung pwede mong itabi, and you can really build your money. And eventually, syempre, habang tumatagal, nai-increase mo rin yung savings mo. Pero ayun nga, gaya na sinabi ni Noel kanina, don't rely on what you have right now. Build a second income business, or probably build a second income. Talagang hindi pa pwedeng, kasi kagaya ngayon, pandemya, maraming nawalan ng trabaho. Pero kung meron kang business, meron kang sideline, may racket ka, then I guess may pwede kang ibang pagkukunan, ano? And kung meron kang second income, baka pwedeng matulungan yung pagtatabi mo ng pera, mga gastusin mo. So I guess sa mga gustong magsimula ngayon, alamin nyo muna kung what you have right now, ano ba yung goal mo. From there, you can really assess kung paano magbi-build ang savings mo. And of course, don't rely on what you have right now.
Okay, napakaraming mga practical learnings tayong nakukuha from the big three. We're just gonna break for commercial, and then we'll come back to ask the experts sa pagbabalik ng Your Money Matters.
Love comes in many forms. But in times of trial and uncertainty, nothing spells love better than security, peace of mind, and hope for the future. For over 50 years, we have helped people express this four-letter word, so you can face life head-on and savor every moment it brings. Manila Banker's Life. The best way to show your love.
Kaiser Medical Center provides a wide array of diagnostic and medical care services, ranging from immediate quality medical care to consultation to individuals and companies all over the Philippines. And because we value your health, our ultimate goal is to be your partner in health and wellness, even long after your visit with us. Kaiser Medical Center is a diagnostic clinic equipped with highly committed and experienced professionals willing to provide you with excellent healthcare service, focused on health and wellness at all times. Our aim is to have a consistent, lifelong relationship with our patients by providing convenient and affordable quality medical care and consultation which is preventive and curative in a happy, safe, and friendly environment. Kaiser Medical Center, kaagapay mo sa kalusugan. Protect yourself and your family and be certain with your future with Fidelity Life. It has been a long-time dedicated partner of IMG that provides life insurance benefit exclusively to its members to meet their risk protection needs. In partnership with Everest Memorial Services, Fidelity Life is also providing its members with free access to 24/7 Memorial Concierge services. With the consent of the beneficiary, Fidelity Life shall apply the insurance benefit to cover the expenses for the memorial services of the deceased member. At Fidelity Life, the care of our members and their families is our first and most important business. Be life confident by protecting your loved ones and securing your future.
Okay, we're asking the experts now, and the question is from a viewer, si Zyrel, 30 years old, isang CPA, at ang tanong niya, which is better to have your own business or to have an investment? Joen, you want to go first?
Magandang question yun, Cyril, no? But ang masasagot ko, you can have both. Di mo naman kailangan mamili sa isa. You can have a good investment, which is very, very important, because on the business side, nothing is guaranteed on the business. But if you have the right investment, the right savings, of course, if you understand correctly how to save properly, then you have both. You now have the business, and at the same time, you have the right investment. So that in the future, when you retire, then you will have multiple sources of income. So in fact, I will encourage Cyril, when you have the right business, aside from the right business, the right investment, pwede mo talagang ipagsabay yun, no? And how to do it, of course, you need extra income. Hindi mo and then you look at a business, wag kang maghanap ng business. Don't look for a business then where you have to spend so much money and you'll have a hard time recovering. So when you want to go in a business, you need to make sure that someone will guide you. You have a consultant to guide you in the right business. Now, in IMG, that's what we do. You go into the business of, let's just say, a financial literacy, financial educator. You become a financial educator. So basically, the most important thing is you help people understand savings. But the best thing is that when you're helping other people understand how to handle their money properly, you're also enhancing yourself. So now you have both. You now have a good business, but at the same time, you're also educating a lot of people, and you're also saving for your own family. So for you, Cyril, I think that your question is something very good, and but my answer to you is you can have both. pwede mong kunin yung dalawa. So, go ahead and do both.
Oo nga naman, pwede nga naman palang dalawa. Noel, what can you tell Cyril?
Tama talaga si Joen. Dapat both, ano. Ito yung mga I think kailangan improve ng mga business people. A lot of business people kasi pag yung negosyo nila talagang gumagana, no? Lahat ng kita binabalik sa negosyo kasi para di ba? Para mabilis ang growth. And yun nga, talagang pag bumagsak, like ng crisis na yun, dala lahat yung kinita niya, dala lahat, di ba? Pag nalugi, mawala lahat. So, I usually suggest sa mga business people that huwag lahat ibalik sa negosyo. At huwag rin na yung iba gagasusin mo. Part of that should go to investment, Should go to investment para at least kahit anong mangyari sa negosyo mo, malugi, mawala man yan, meron pang pera, talagang you diversify your investment, tuloy pa rin yung di ba? Tuloy pa rin yung buhay. So in business, you make a lot of money as fast as you can. While you can, in investment, grow money also. Of course, kumikita ka sa negosyo mo, pero mas maganda, talaga may fallback ka, may investment ka. Kahit anong nangyari sa negosyo mo, may pera ka rin. But ito lang, so yan din pa nag-start ng mga negosyo, ng investment and business. Never go into any kind of investment or business venture you don't understand. Dapat aralin mo muna. But of course, aralin mo and take action. Understand also that the details of your path, of your business will be clear only, will be totally clear when you start acting. But of course, pag negosyo, huwag buhos lahat kaagad, di ba? Pag-aralan mo muna, start small. Then medyo gumanda, then mag-expand ka, expand, learn, expand. And the same thing with investment. Talagang pag-aralan mo muna, start small. Then mutual funds, stocks, then dahan-dahan. Talagang when you learn, you add. So talagang balikan ko, the only way for you to understand and know how to do it is you have to try. Start doing it. Meaning you need to start something. Hindi pwedeng puro aral, hindi pwedeng purong research lang. And don't wait for the perfect time to start. It's actually perfect to start. So talagang it's practice, experience and practice that make things perfect. So it doesn't matter how you start. What matters is you start. And because you cannot have the chance to win if you don't play the game. So like for example, yung boxing, 12 rounds. What's your chance of winning na kahit isang suntok, hindi ka nakapagsuntok, di ba? So you can never have a chance to win if you will not play the game, if you will not start. So you'll never learn, you'll never know what you're capable of doing unless you start doing it.
Okay, so sabi ni Joen, hindi naman kailangan or, pwede namang and. At si Noel naman, ang sabi ni Noel, don't get into a business na hindi mo masyadong alam. Always start small, even in investment. Bart, any additional advice for Cyril?
I do agree with Joen and Noel. Talagang you can have both. And you can do business and save and invest at the same time. Pero I guess ang masasabi ko lang, wag mo ilalagay lahat ng pera mo sa business lang, wag mo ilalagay lahat ng pera mo sa investment. And since you can have both, wag lang yung business na talagang hindi mo naintindihan because the risk is higher. Gaya nga sabi ni Noel, talagang pag-aralan mo. Siyempre, pag mas mataas ang risk, mas malaki ang chances na mag-fail yung business. So, I suggest maliit. Kung sa business, maliit na invest yung kapital, maliit lang pero malaki ang return. Marami yan, marami sa IMG, marami yan. And sa investment naman, don't go into investing, kaya marami na sa scam dahil di nila naiintindihan. Kailangan properly educated ka when it comes to investments. And in IMG, that's what we do, which we educate people when it comes to investment. So you can have both. You can invest and you can do business at the same time.
So, we went full circle. Balik na naman tayo sa education. Talaga, prime na prime. Yung kumbaga foundation. Thank you so much, Joen, Noel, and Bart. And we hope to see more of you in our show because we learned so much from you guys. And I really pray and hope that you succeed in your advocacy of 30 million financially educated families, no? Families, hindi lang people. By 2030, I believe that what you're doing is part of lifting our country from a developing nation to a first world economy. I know it won't take overnight, but with people like you and IMG, we're gonna get there. So again, maraming salamat, Joen, Noel, Bart.
Thank you for this opportunity, sister.
Thank you.
Thank you, sis. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And ang katanungan mo ay maaaring katanungan ng karamihan. Kaya't padala niyo po ang inyong mga questions dito sa yourmoneymatters.ph@gmail.com. We've come to the end of our show. But remember, financial education is two-pronged. It's knowing how to handle your money and then using that knowledge to change your finances. One last word from Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. Be strong and of good courage. Fear not nor be afraid of them, for the Lord your God, He it is that goes with you. He will not fail you nor forsake you. Kasama natin ang Diyos sa lahat na ginagawa natin, kahit sa pagtatrabaho at pagkita ng pera. Kaya let's do our part in being good stewards of our resources and leave the rest to Him. Yung hindi natin kaya, kayang-kaya niya. Till our next episode, I'm Risa Singson Kaupeng. See you again next week because your money matters. Bye!
A brand new iPhone Pro Max 12 with these 4 easy steps. Step 1. Subscribe to IMG YouTube channel. Step 2. Click the notification bell. Step 3. Share one episode of Your Money Matters on Facebook and tag 3 friends using the hashtags #IMG Your Money Matters, #IamGreat iPhone 12 Pro Max giveaway, #IMG official channel. Step 4. Visit img-corp.net/iPhone 12 PMax and fill out the giveaway registration form. The lucky winners will be raffled during the live premiere of the last episode of Your Money Matters Season 3. Watch and share this with your family and friends now to get a chance to win. Good luck!
We would like to thank our sponsors. Learn the secret to saving and building your future. Become your own financial educator through IMG, International Marketing Group, your total financial solution. May Kaiser para sa'yo, kahit maputi na ang buhok mo. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare. Seguridad ng buhay at proteksyon para sa mga minamahal. Manila Bankers Life Insurance Corporation, the best way to show your love. Nangungunang kaagapay mo sa kalusugan. Kaiser Medical Center, your partner in health and wellness.